A very good morning to 11th class student. In last video we have discussed about the water and its property. So today we are going to study about hard water and soft water. And what is the procedure by which you can convert hard water into soft, that is called water softening. First is hard water which do not form lather with soap are called hard water, and the reason is that water contain bicarbonate, chloride, sulfate of calcium and magnesium. So hardness in water is due to presence of bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium, chloride of calcium and magnesium, and sulfate of calcium and magnesium. Now question arise, what are the types of hardness? That hardness are of two types: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is due to bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium, and permanent hardness is due to chloride of calcium and magnesium and sulfate of calcium and magnesium. Means temporary hardness is due to calcium ion, magnesium ion and bicarbonate ion, and permanent hardness is due to calcium ion, magnesium ion, chloride ion and sulfate ion. Now question arises, why hard water do not form lather with soap? Because soap, that is higher salt of sodium salt of higher fatty acid, this R may be 15, 16, 17, 18 carbon atom or higher carbon atom, and this is the sodium salt of higher fatty acid. This is soap. Soap react with calcium and magnesium ion that is present in hard water. That may be from temporary hardness or that may be due to permanent hardness. So they form calcium salt of higher fatty acid like this, which is a white crude precipitate. That's why soap does not form lather with hard water. Now question arises, how can we remove the hardness of water? So there in water are of two type of hardness: temporary hardness and permanent hardness. First we are going to discuss the methods by which you can remove the temporary hardness. First procedure is by boiling. The temporary hardness is due to bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium. These bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium are soluble in water. So when you heat or boil the water, then this bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium converted into carbonate of calcium and magnesium, which are insoluble, and they can be separated by filtration. So in this manner you can remove the temporary hardness by boiling can be removed. For example, when you boil the water for 10 to 15 minutes, then you find that some white color powder substance remain left at the bottom of water. This powder substance is temporary hardness, in which bicarbonate of calcium and magnesium converted into carbonate of calcium and magnesium, which are insoluble and settle at the bottom of the container. So this is your calcium bicarbonate, and this is your magnesium bicarbonate. When you heat, then this bicarbonate, which is soluble in water, it converted into insoluble substance, that is calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. And these calcium carbonate are insoluble and magnesium carbonate also insoluble in water. So they settle down at the bottom and carbon dioxide released and water will form. So this is the way by which you can remove the temporary hardness. Second method, by treating with slacked lime, you can also remove the temporary hardness. Temporary hardness is due to calcium bicarbonate and magnesium bicarbonate. When you treat water having temporary hardness with lime water, that is called calcium hydroxide whole twice, then you find calcium carbonate and water. And when you treat magnesium bicarbonate with lime water, then you find magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate, which are insoluble in water. So they form precipitate and settle at the bottom, and water will form. So these insoluble substance can be separated by filtration. So the way by which you can remove the temporary hardness is by boiling, in which bicarbonate converted into carbonates in which are insoluble and can be separated by filtration. Second is by treating with slacked lime, where we get calcium and magnesium carbonates. They are also insoluble in water and can be separated. Second method is removal of permanent hardness by reacting the water having permanent hardness with soda, with washing soda, that is also called sodium carbonate. So what will happen when you treat water having permanent hardness? These are the reasons for responsible for permanent hardness, that is chloride of calcium and magnesium and sulfate of calcium and magnesium. When you treat this water having permanent hardness with sodium carbonate, that is called sodium carbonate or washing soda, then you find that calcium converted into calcium carbonate and sodium chloride will form. Magnesium converted into magnesium carbonate and sodium chloride will form. When you treat calcium sulfate and magnesium sulfate with sodium carbonate, then you find calcium carbonate, which is insoluble, and sodium sulfate, which is soluble in water and which is not responsible for hardness, and magnesium carbonate, which is responsible for hardness and it is insoluble in water. So these are the way by which you can remove the temporary hardness. So permanent hardness can be removed by treating water with sodium carbonate, and temporary hardness can be removed by boiling water and by reacting the water with lime, slacked lime. So by these three methods you can remove temporary as well as permanent hardness. Now next method is, that is we use third method which we use to remove both kind of hardness, that is temporary and permanent. Third category. In this category, first method is lime soda process, or that may be called soda lime process, where lime it is a combination of above two reactions which we have already discussed. Here lime, that is lime water, slacked lime, it is used for removal of temporary hardness, and soda that consists of sodium carbonate, that is for sodium carbonate, which is used to remove calcium chloride, calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride, magnesium sulfate. That is, this soda is used to remove permanent hardness. This lime is used to remove the temporary hardness. Now next is by inorganic ion exchange method. Inorganic ion exchange method, here this method is used to remove the hardness that is due to cation, that is due to calcium and magnesium. This method has limitation that it cannot remove the hardness that is due to anion. Here we use permuted substance that is also called zeolite. It is a hydrated sodium aluminium silicate. Its formula is Na2Al2Si2O8 X water molecule. This whole is treated as Z. So it is sodium zeolite. Z stands for zeolite. It is a porous substance and it is used to remove the hardness due to calcium and magnesium ion, that may be temporary or may be permanent. It has limitation that it cannot remove the hardness that is due to anion. See what we do here, we take a vessel in which at the bottom we packed gravel or coarse sand, and then we packed this permuted or zeolite that is called Na2Z, and from here with the help of pipe we enter the hard water at bottom. Then water cross this uh, coarse sand and then cross this geolite that is called geolite, sodium geolite, or it may be called permuted, and it is a hydrated sodium aluminium silicate. So when the water cross this hydrated sodium aluminium silicate, that is also called sodium zeolite, that is also called Na2Z. Here calcium and magnesium ion both exchange with sodium ion of the zeolite, and calcium and magnesium remains here, and the soft water, now the water becomes soft, the hardness due to calcium and magnesium is removed here, and now the water rise up, it is now free from calcium and magnesium. So see here, this is the reaction. This is your zeolite which is packed. It react with calcium and magnesium that is present in hard water. जो कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम हार्ड वाटर में प्रेजेंट है, उसके साथ ये रिएक्ट करके Na सोडियम को वाटर में रिलीज़ कर रहा है और कैल्शियम को अपने ऊपर एब्जॉर्ब कर रहा है. तो इसलिए जितनी भी वाटर में कैल्शियम और मैग्नीशियम की वजह से हार्डनेस है वो सारी रिमूव हो जाएगी, बिकॉज कैल्शियम एंड मैग्नीशियम आर एब्जॉर्ब हियर. एंड नाउ वाटर राइज अप that is free from calcium and magnesium. It contain only sodium, that is sodium is not responsible for any kind of hardness. So here we add sodium chloride solution. What is the purpose of adding sodium chloride solution from above? That it help in regeneration of zeolite. See here, when calcium and magnesium absorb on zeolite, then it form CaZMgZ. But when we treat this with sodium chloride solution, then again zeolite get regenerated, and the and calcium chloride and magnesium chloride are removed. So the purpose of spraying sodium chloride and magnesium chloride is to regenerate the zeolite or permutate, that is also called permutate. So this sodium chloride help in regeneration of permutate and zeolite, and the hard water, from hard water calcium and magnesium ion absorb here, and sodium chloride help in regeneration of permutate and zeolite. So this is all about your a removal of hardness by inorganic ion exchanger method. Now next is organic ion exchanger method. This is also called synthetic resin. Here we use two type of exchanger. One is cationic exchanger and another is anionic exchanger. Cationic exchanger where R big R group. Big R group means R group may be contain 15, 16 or higher carbon atom is attached with large acidic group like this one. COH group may be SO3H group. And anionic exchanger contain R group attached with NH2OH group. This acidic part is used to remove the cationic hardness, the hardness due to cations, calcium and magnesium. This group replace its H by calcium and magnesium. So they help in removing the hardness due to calcium and magnesium. An anionic exchanger where R group is attached with NH2 or OH group. This OH group help in removing the hardness due to chloride and sulfate and replace itself with chloride and sulfate that is present in water. So hardness of both kind, that is due to calcium and magnesium, due to chloride and sulfate, both are removed. So at the end of removing of hardness, we get demineralized water. Demineralized means that is free from all kind of ions. So see here, these are the cationic exchanger reaction. This is your cationic exchanger. Here big R group attached with this acidic part. Calcium ion that is present in calcium and magnesium ion that is present in hard water, they get replaced by H ion, and we get this complex and H ion comes in solution, and calcium and magnesium get absorbed on the cationic exchanger, and now the water contain chloride ion, sulfate ion and H ion. See here, this is your first, this is the diagram by which you can remove both kind of hardness. First of all, this is your first container where we packed gravel at the bottom, and then we packed cation organic exchanger, and then this is the HCl. This is used for spraying HCl for regeneration of cationic exchanger. So what will happen that when we add hard water from here, then first it cross the this is cationic exchanger, and here in cationic exchanger it's H ion of the cationic exchanger replaced by calcium and magnesium that is present in hard water. So H ion comes in solution and calcium and magnesium are adsorbed at the cationic exchanger, and now then cross the gravel, and then this solution comes in this tube. This contain chloride, sulfate and H ion that comes from exchanger. Now this solution we enter in another exchanger compartment where we packed anionic exchanger, and anionic exchanger replace its OH ion with chloride and sulfate that is present in hard water. After exchanging chloride and sulfate ion with OH ion of the resin, now water becomes soft, and this water is free from all kind of cation and anion that present in water. This NaOH solution we use here to regenerate the anionic exchanger. Now comes on reactions. This is your cationic exchanger. This is your acidic group attached with this big R group frame, and here it replaces its H ion with calcium and magnesium, and we get this one. Now the water comes after exchanging calcium and magnesium with H ion of the acid. Now the water contains sulfate and chloride ion and H ion. Now in anionic exchanger, this R group attached with OH group which exchange its OH group with chloride and sulfate ion. So here we get these two compounds, and OH group comes in water which is free from now cation and both anion. This H ion and OH ion combined to gives you water. Now comes on the step regeneration. For here, see here we use HCl for regeneration, here we use NaOH for regeneration of anionic exchanger, and HCl we use for cationic generation, cationic resin. So see here, these are the product which are formed on exchanger, cationic exchanger. When we treat this cationic exchanger with HCl, then we again get the cationic exchanger for further use, and hardness, that is calcium and magnesium ion, that get removed. And then when we treat anionic exchanger after use with dilute HCl, then again it is regenerated for further use. So this is the reaction by which we can regenerate both cationic and anionic exchanger. After this, the water which we obtain is called soft water. Now it is also called demineralized water because it is free from cation and anion. So both kind of hardness here get removed. So this is the third method, that is called organic exchanger method, by which you can remove both kind of hardness, that is cationic and anionic. But in inorganic exchanger method, that is zeolite permuted, in that method we only remove the hardness due to cation, not hardness due to anion.